Hello everyone, this is Nikhila Tikpannavar from Aryan Arts, Commerce and Science, Junior College, Baudhan. In this video, we will learn extraction of metals and extraction of iron from hematite ore using blast furnace. In last video, we have seen extraction of metals. We will revise that first. We have seen what is meant by metallurgy. It is a commercial extraction of metals from their ores, is called as metallurgy. Different methods are used for extraction of metals such as pyrometallurgy, hydrometallurgy and electrometallurgy. Extraction of metals. Most metals are found in Earth's crust in the form of their salts such as carbonates, sulfates, sulfides and oxides. A few metals are non-reactive and occur in free state in the Earth's crust. For example, silver, gold and platinum. What is meant by mineral? A naturally occurring substance found in Earth's crust containing inorganic salts, solids, siliceous matter are called mineral. The mineral which contain high percentage of the metal and from which the metal can be extracted economically is called ore. This is a list of minerals and its ores, such as iron from hematite ore, copper we get from chalcopyrite or chalcocite ore, zinc from zinc plate. Metallurgy, the commercial extraction of metals from the ores. The different methods used are depend on the nature of the metal and its ores. What is meant by pyrometallurgy? A process in which the ore is reduced to metal at high temperature using reducing agents like carbon, hydrogen, aluminium, etc. In hydrometallurgy, the process of extracting metals from the aqueous solution of their salts using suitable reducing agent is called hydrometallurgy. And in electrometallurgy, metal is extracted by electrolytic reduction of molten or fused metallic compound. What is meant by concentration? After mining the ore from the Earth's crust, it is subjected to concentration. In this step, impurities termed as gangue are removed from the ore and the ore get concentrated. The sand, mud and other unwanted impurities which remain mixed with the ore deposits are called gangue. During the process of concentration, the ore is separated from the gangue material using different methods such as washing, hydraulic classification, magnetic separation, froth flotation, etc. The method chosen for concentration depends upon the nature of the ore. Now we will see the extraction of iron from hematite ore using blast furnace. First we will see the principle behind it. Iron is obtained by the reduction of hematite with coke and limestone in a blast furnace. Hematite is an oxide ore, Fe2O3, and it contains silica and alumina and phosphates as a gangue impurity. Reduction of hematite with carbon occurs as follows. Carbon present in the coke or limestone is oxidized to carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide and carbon together reduce the iron oxide to metal. Limestone acts as a flux and combines with the gangue to form molten slag. Extraction of iron from hematite ore involves following steps. Step number 1. Concentration. The powdered ore is washed in a powerful current of water introduced in the hydraulic classifier. The lighter gangue particles are separated and the concentrated ore is collected at the bottom. Second step is roasting. The concentrated ore is heated in a current of air. Sulfur and arsenic are converted to their oxides, which escape as gases along with other volatile impurities. Any ferrous oxide present in the ore is converted to ferric oxide. Roasted ore is converted into small lumps by sintering. Third step, reduction or smelting. This step is carried out in a blast furnace. Blast furnace is a tall cylindrical steel tower which is lined with refractory bricks. The charge consists of roasted ore, coke and limestone. Gives the carbon monoxide which reduces the oxide ore to metal. The blast furnace is a tall cylindrical steel tower lined with refractory bricks. There are three parts in the furnace: hearth, wash and stack. A typical blast furnace is about 25 meter in height and its diameter varies between 5 to 10 meter. The blast furnace works on the countercurrent principle, that is, the charge comes down and the hot gas passes up the tower. The charge containing ore and limestone is introduced into the furnace through a cup and cone arrangement. In this arrangement, the cone enables uniform distribution of charge and the cup prevents the loss of gases. A blast of preheated air is introduced into the furnace below the wash. The charge and hot air come in contact with each other and various reactions takes place. Now we will see the reactions in the blast furnace. There are different temperature zones in the blast furnace. The temperature goes on increasing from top to bottom in the furnace. At the top, the temperature is 500 Kelvin. Maximum temperature of the furnace is 2000 Kelvin above the tuyeres. There are three temperature zones in the furnace. Zone of combustion, in which combustion of coke with oxygen in the air takes place. Zone of reduction, in which reduction of Fe2O3 to metallic ion takes place. And zone of slag formation, in which formation of slag by reaction of gangue with limestone takes place. This is a diagram of blast furnace. We can see the three parts of blast furnace, that is hearth, wash and stack. The temperature in the furnace gradually increased downwards from about 500 Kelvin at the top and about 2000 Kelvin immediately above the level of tuyeres. On the left side, the reaction which takes place in blast furnace are shown. Now we will see in detail what reactions are taking place in different zones of blast furnace. First is zone of combustion. It is at the height 5 to 10 meters from the bottom. The hot air blown through the tuyeres react with coke to form carbon monoxide. The reaction is highly exothermic. As a result, temperature in the zone of combustion is around 2000 Kelvin. A part of carbon monoxide dissociates to give finely divided carbon. In the blast furnace, the hot gas rich in carbon monoxide rises up the furnace and heats the charge coming down and also reacts with charge. This carbon monoxide acts as both fuel and a reducing agent. Second is zone of reduction. It is at the height 22 to 25 meter. Near to the top, carbon monoxide reduces ferric oxide to spongy iron at about 900 Kelvin. A small amount of ferric oxide is also reduced to iron by carbon. This is a summary of reaction taking place in blast furnace at different temperature zones. At 500 Kelvin temperature, loss of moisture from the air. At 900 Kelvin, reduction of ore by carbon monoxide. At around 1200 Kelvin, decomposition of lime. At 1500 Kelvin, reduction of ore by carbon. And at 2000 Kelvin, fusion of iron and slag formation. Now we will see the reactions in zone of slag formation. The main constituents of gangue are silica, alumina and phosphates. The removal of gangue is affected by adding limestone, which acts as a flux. Limestone decomposes to give calcium oxide at about 1200 Kelvin. Calcium oxide combines with silica and alumina at about 1500 Kelvin to form molten slag with calcium silicate and calcium aluminate. Next is zone of fusion. Manganese dioxide and calcium phosphate present in the iron ore are reduced to manganese and phosphorus. Some of the silica is also reduced to silicon. The spongy iron coming down in the furnace melt absorbs impurities like carbon, silicon, manganese, phosphorus and sulfur. This molten iron collects at the bottom in the furnace. The slag, which is lighter, floats on the surface of molten iron. Molten slag and iron are collected through the separate outlets. Molten iron is poured into molds. These solid blocks are called pigs. This iron contains about 4% of carbon. When pig iron is remelted and run into molds and cooled, it becomes cast iron. The waste gases containing nitrogen, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide escape through the outlet at the top. These hot gases are used for preheating the blast of air. Next, it is the refining process. A pure iron can be obtained by electrolytic refining of impure iron or other methods given in the flow chart. The choice of extraction technique is governed by the following factors: nature of ore, availability and cost of reducing agent. Generally, cheap coke is used. Availability of hydraulic power, purity of product required, and value of byproducts. For example, sulfur dioxide obtained during roasting of sulfide ores is vital for manufacturing of sulfuric acid. Knowledge of electrochemical series provides solutions to many problems. Now we will see the commercial forms of iron. These are cast iron, wrought iron and steel iron. Cast iron is hard and brittle. It cannot be welded and tempered. It is used in the manufacture of casted material and certain automobile parts. Wrought iron. This form of iron contains very little carbon, less than 0.2%. And it is the purest form of iron. It is very soft. And steel. This form of iron contains 0.2 to 2% of carbon. It is neither too brittle nor too soft. The mechanical properties of steel can be altered by the addition of small amount of suitable elements such as manganese, chromium and nickel. These added elements are called alloying elements and steels are called alloy steels. Thank you everyone.